Okay, so on the left-hand side of the screens, we have 3 AMRAPs to do. Okay, each AMRAP is going to be 10 minutes long. So AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. Okay, on the first one, you're going to do rear elevated split squat. You're going to do 10 on the right-hand side, and then you're going to go straight from your rear elevated split squat. Okay, straight from your rear elevated split squat into kneeling overhead press on the right side, and then straight from that into a high plank renegade row, pulling that dumbbell or kettlebell into the armpit 10 times. And then after that, you're going to go into your step ups. You're going to hold it on the right shoulder, and you're driving through the sole of the foot to come up on the chair 10 times. After that, you got your overhead march, so bell above the head, and you're going to draw your knees up into your chest 10 times on each side. And then it's going to be a lying knee to elbow, where you're flat on your back, arm is fully extended with the bell in it, and you're going to draw your 2 knees up, hit your elbow, and then back down. And then you're going to repeat on the left-hand side. Okay, so we're going to go all the way through it on the right-hand side, 10 reps on everything, and then all the way through it on the left-hand side. So what I was going to say was, go down the list on the right-hand side, and we work our way back up the list on the left-hand side. So when you finish your lying knee to elbow on the right side, switch the bell to your left, and then work your way back up the list until we get back to rear elevated split squat on the left-hand side. And we keep that going for 10 minutes. So work out on right and back on left. Then you got a 2-minute breather, and then we can go into our next block. I'll go through that when we've got our 2-minute breather. Then we've got another 2-minute breather, and we go into our last block, devil press and half get-ups. And again, I'll go through that during the 2-minute gap in between the AMRAPs. So right now, all you got to do is focus on those blues on the left-hand side, 10 reps on everything. Right-hand side all the way down through the list, and then left-hand side all the way back up through the list. And if any problems or any questions, just unmute and shout at me. Otherwise, we'll get into our warm-up now. So, feet nice and wide, pushing the hips back and down into a squat. At the bottom of the squat, push those knees out with your elbows, hook your fingers under your toes, raise your hips as high as you can, stretch out your hamstrings and your lower back, and then sit yourself down into a squat again, pushing those knees out with the elbows. So 3 seconds at the bottom, 3 seconds at the top, hamstrings stretching out, glutes stretching out. I just realized I had music playing while I was explaining all that. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I think the music is low enough that I'll be able to be heard fairly easily. If not, just shout at me. Okay, so from there, walk your hands out into a high plank position. Your hands and feet are the same width. You're gonna do a push-up, and then you're gonna walk your hands back in, tip the toes, and walk them back out again. Plank position, push-up, walk them in, tip the toes, walk them back out again. Again, we're looking for full range of movement, full surface area engagement with the palms of the hands, chest all the way to the floor with the push-up. Okay, 1 more rep, and then you're gonna flip around onto your back, arms out, crucifix, right leg up and across, and then back down and change. So we're looking to twist as much as we can through the spine. While keeping our shoulder blades down on the floor. As much rotation as possible. Okay, so from there, we're now going to go into bridging. So we're going to bend our knees, put our feet flat on the floor, and drive our hips up into the sky. And then if you can go single leg bridging for a few reps, and then change other side with a few reps. Keep alternating every 3 to 4 reps between left and right. Okay, and then after this, we're going to go back to 2 legs down, driving through those heels, get those hips as high as we can. And then we move around over into the high plank position again. And we're going to bring our left foot forward beside our left hand. And you can drop your right knee to the floor. That's a big arm rotation. Try and twist that torso as much as possible. And then we change other side. Big arm rotation. twist as much as possible, and then change. A few clicks and cracks will probably go on the back. That's all right. We'll go one more either side, and then we'll get into the workout. Okay, so get yourself set. Get your kettlebell or your dumbbell. Have your chair or your bench nearby. The aim is to work continuously for 10 minutes. It's gonna be a 10-second countdown before we kick off for the first 10 minutes. So have your water nearby, and again, if any problems at any point, just unmute and shout at me. Otherwise, we work the reps. Okay, we're going in 10 seconds. Let me just turn the tunes up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right leg is in front. Bell is on the right shoulder. And we're dropping 10 split squat. And then with the overhead press, your right knee is on the floor. And then you got your renegade row. You got your step ups. Really starting to feel that on the right side. And then when you finish your step ups, you got overhead march. And then onto the floor for your knee to elbow. I've done my right side. I'm now going to switch to the left and work my way back up through that list. Okay, I got my overhead march. I'm gonna finish my left. Oh, that's step ups. Remember, working through the reps with the perfect technique, posture, Ab squeeze. Drive through the whole sole. Full movement. Always beats tempo. Renegade row. All the way out, all the way back. Woo! That's a toughie. Okay. Four and a half to go. Keep moving. Earn that 2 minutes. Okay. 3:45. Step up. Two minutes, 7 seconds. Keep moving all the way. Oh. Whew. And rest. Whew. All right, take a breather. Grab some water. So we're gonna go into our next block. It's gonna be right side for 10, left side for 10. So take your time, work your way through it. 10 pistol squats. Bell on the right shoulder, using the right leg to sit down. 10 of them, move to the left, 10. Then we're gonna put the bell on the floor, and we're gonna do 10 push-ups, chest to floor push-ups, with the hand on the round, the globe part of the bell. Right hand for 10, left hand for 10. So again, it's 20 reps total. Then we're gonna go single arm row, 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. And then it's windmill. We got the bell above the head, right hand above the head, left hand on the leg, twisting the torso to keep an eye on that weight as we run our hand down the leg and back up. Try to keep that left leg as straight as possible. 10 left, 10 right, and then mountain climbers. Every time that right knee comes in under the body to hit that left elbow or left forearm, that's 1 rep. So we're gonna work through it 10 minutes. We're kicking off in 40 seconds. If any questions, any problems, just unmute and shout at me. Remember, it's all about technique. You get the technique dialed in, tempo doesn't really matter, because as long as the technique is right, the tempo will be the right tempo. If that makes sense. So once you got that right technique dialed in, tempo just takes care of itself. You just got to keep on moving with that correct technique. 5 seconds, bell on the right shoulder, sit down, feet together. You're going to raise that leg for the foot. Let's go, 10 minutes. Control the descent to the chair. Keep the abs tight. Switch to the left. And you will find one side is more stable than the other. That's normal. Then we've got our offset push-ups. Get that chest into the deficit. And after your deficit push-ups, we've got our single arm row. Remember, with the single arm row, focus is always on the lat and the abs. After the single arm row, we're into our windmill. If you're doing those windmills right, it should be pretty tough on the hamstrings and on the abs. And then when you finish your windmills, you got your mountain climbers. I'm going to elevate mine on the chair. And then I'm back to the top into my pistols, working down. Woo! 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. We got our 2-minute breather. So we're pushing to that 2-minute breather. Working hard, achieve it. Keep that knee pushed out when you're doing your pistols. And the whole sole of the foot engaged. After your pistols, you got your offset push-ups, and that heart rate is jumping. And then I got my single arm row. Now it's only 5 exercises, but it's so easy to forget once all the blood's gone from your brain. That also works with your technique. So you gotta really think about your technique and your posture. And as a result, I'm pretty sure I did 11 reps there. Oh well. Whew. 3 minutes to go. And with the windmill, only go as low as that weight will allow. If it starts to creep forwards or backwards, then you don't go any lower. Oh. Oh, wow. That is tough. Whew. 2 minutes 10. Whew. Okay, 90 climbers. Back to my pistols, 1 minute to go. Oh. And rest. Whew. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Use it wisely. Okay, so 2 reps on devil press. So devil press is a full burpee. That's chest on floor. And then when you come out of that burpee, the bell must come off the floor and finish fully above the head. So it's ground to overhead. So you can use 2 hands, you can use 1 hand, it's up to you. As long as you do a burpee and then the bell finishes above the head. And that's 1 rep. And then after that, you've got a half get up. So a quick demo of the half get up is you've got the bell in 1 hand and you're gonna do a sit up and you're gonna get onto the elbow and then hand on the other side. Straighten out that leg, and then we're going to drive the hips up into the sky, and then back down, and lie back down again. So every time you finish on your back with the arm fully extended, that's 1 rep. So that's a half get up. Woo. So think hand on the floor equals the same side leg out straight. So if you're getting up onto the palm of that hand, that leg, on that right hand, that right leg straightens out. So devil press by 2, half get up by 2. That's total, not each side. And then every time you start a new round, it's increased by 2. So it's 2, 2, then it's 4, 4, then it's 6, 6, 8, 8, continuously for 10 minutes. And we're going in 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 minutes. All right, that's my 2 devil press. Now I'm going to go into my half get up. And then I've done my 2 half get-ups. I'm into 4 double press. And before that bell leaves the floor, I make sure my body is in the right position. My shoulders are back, my chest is out, my head is up, my spine is nice and straight. And I'm driving through the soles of my 2 feet, fully. And the whole idea behind this one is it's meant to ramp the heart rate up over 10 minutes. Oh. That is going to get so tiring very quickly. Right, we're 2 minutes in. We've 8 to go. Woo. Stay concentrating. As you get tired, it becomes so much more difficult to maintain that correct technique. Wow. All right. 8 reps. Inside the last 6. We're over 4. We're coming up on halfway. Oh joy, oh joy. Remember, a straight spine is an efficient energy transfer. A curved spine will not work. So take that extra second, straighten up that spine by tensing the abs, popping the chest out and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Where am I? Okay, 8 reps. 4.5 to go. Woo. Oh man. So with my get-ups, I'm starting to notice I'm letting a bit too much momentum come in and help. So I'm gonna have to be strict on myself, and I'm gonna have to slow it down. Okay, 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. 10 reps, come on. These last 2 minutes and 35 seconds are gonna be the toughest one you've done today. Abs are so important in both of these movements. So squeeze those abs aggressively for stability, posture, and also energy transfer. Whew. 90 seconds left. Oh, man. Think full glass of water on a tray in your hand. Deliberate movements. And rest. Woo. And that is an upper lower with transverse in between. Take a breather, grab some water. Well done. Woo. Turn those tunes down. Right down. Well done. Okay. So let's get into a cool down stretch. So stick yourself down on the floor. on your butt, and you're gonna just sit with your legs out nice and straight into a V. And my backs of my legs are Velcroed to the floor. I'm leaning forward onto my two hands. I'm feeling a little bit of a stretch up the lower back. We're predominantly on the groin hamstring. I'm taking a big breath in through my nose and I'm exhaling out the mouth. And as I exhale, I fall forward more on the upper body. I go ragdoll, I slump forward. I want a curved spine. If you can get your forearms to the floor, your elbows to the floor, brilliant. If you can get your chest or your arms out in front onto the floor, even more power to you. But either way, the focus of our stretch predominantly is on our hamstrings, our groin, and our lower back. And then with every exhale, we're watching and visualizing our shoulder blades opening out. And that in turn lets the back round across the shoulder blades. We're just relaxing all that tension we were holding between the shoulder blades. And we're just going ragdoll and sinking. And as you relax more and more into it, little bits of stretch should become a little bit more obvious. Like for example, on my right hamstring down towards my knee, I'm feeling a little bit of a gnarlier stretch than on the left. That's just because I know I have a tighter hamstring. There's a little bit of a niggle in there. I'm also feeling a little bit more on my right side lower back because my right side glutes are a little bit tighter. So it's important that we visualize from the heels all the way up the backs of the legs, up towards the butt cheeks over into the lower back and lower back into shoulder blades. And we just visualize everything along that sequence, just relaxing and falling and sinking further and further into the stretch, becoming passive and giving itself over to the stretch. Okay, so I'm now going to bring my left leg in front, keep it flat on the floor, and I'm going to draw my right knee up to the side. So the instep of my right foot is flush against the thigh of my left leg or the knee of my left leg. So I'm kind of half cross-legged on the right side, and then I've got a straight leg out in front. So I'm going to use that bent leg foot in front as a little bit of a lever to pull myself forward a little bit more. I'm going to push that knee down with the elbow, just a little bit, not massive push, because we don't want to be pushing and pulling ourselves into stretch. We want to be relaxing passively into a stretch. But if I've got a little bit of a grip on my foot and a little bit of a push on my elbow on my knee, I now can hold that stretch until my body is passively into that position. And then I can maintain it. I'm not aggressively overstretching myself. I'm sinking into it. That's it, a couple more seconds. Well, more than a couple, about 10 more seconds. And all the while we're letting the heart rate drop. Okay, and then we're going to change. You're going to put the right leg out in front. You're going to put the left leg up onto the inside of the thigh, foot against the knee, elbow on the outside of the knee, the bent knee, and then hand is just holding onto that tension on the foot. I'm just falling forward, draping myself forward, relaxing that left butt cheek, relaxing through the left hip, left groin, relaxing through the lower back, shoulder blades, and just letting myself fall forward as much as possible. Good, again, breathing in through nose, out through mouth, and just slowing it all down. Okay, so we'll just stay in the stretch another 12, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, flip around onto the two knees. We're going to go into the child's pose. We're going to put our 2 feet, toes down, push our butt back towards our heels, reach out in front with our fingertips, opening out those shoulder blades, letting the butt push back towards the heels. And once we're at the extreme of the stretch, we're just going to relax and go as passive as possible. We're going to let go of the shoulder sockets. We're going to let go of the shoulder blades. We're going to visualize those vertebrae just loosening and opening out, gaps appearing between them. And with every exhale, we just sink further and further into the floor. Put your head down on the floor if you need to, and just relax down into it. You feel a little bit of tension through the shoulders as they relax, the lower back stretching out. Just going to hold this another 15 seconds. And very slowly up we come. We'll get a hip flexor stretch just to finish it. So put our right leg in front, staying on our left knee, 2 elbows on top of the knee or 2 hands on top of the knee, and keeping the foot flat on the floor. Just let that knee tip forward, relax the shoulder blades, drape yourself forward through that hip. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Relax, relax, relax. That's the one. Okay, and then let's just change other side. Left foot in front. Keep the gap between the knee on the floor and the foot in front. Widthwise, not lengthwise. So football should be able to roll back between the knee and the foot at all times. And we're just draping that knee forward, relaxing the shoulder blades, keeping the heel down, emphasizing the stretch on that hip flexor. It's your last one. We'll hold it here another 15 seconds. 10 more. And slowly come back up, standing tall, big breath in through the nose, exhale out the mouth, and that's your Monday, guys. That'll set you up right for the week. Well done.